Hi there folks and welcome to the Rosaro Network. I'm Rich Walker and with me is Dan Webb.
Hi.
Hi, and we are looking at Resident Evil 2. I don't even think you could call this a remake. It's more than a remake. I would say it's a sort of reimagining, Dan.
I knew you were going to say reimagining.
It's the buzzword, mate. Do you know what I mean? Just like Tim Burton reimagined Planet of the Apes, and that was a huge success. Yeah, no, I'm not going to compare I'm not going to compare this to that. Because it's awesome. It's really good, man.
So, this is our third video, is it? I played it once. You played it last time. Who did you last... It was Claire last time, wasn't it?
I played as Claire. I think it was the Gamescom demo. We played it a little late after Gamescom had finished. So I got a bit of a taste of it before. But this was like 4 hours, basically. It was an hour and a half with Leon and about 2.5 hours with Claire. So, yeah, I got a pretty...
But what about Ada?
Well, you're going to see, yeah. The majority of this demo ended up being Ada. So
you lied? You just lied? We're literally a minute into the video.
I didn't want to give it away, basically.
You didn't want to give it away? You didn't want to spoil something for, like, in the next 10 seconds?
Well, you know. They're talking about the alligator they just faced as well. The alligator's back, folks, in case you didn't suss that out. So if you remember Resident Evil 2 from 20 years ago, there's going to be bits that are familiar, there's going to be bits that aren't, like this extended section where you play as Ada, and she's got this little sort of X-ray contraption thing that detects wires, that thing in her hand right now. So she's got some puzzly bits now that she didn't have before. The EMF visualizer, which is...
And this is one of her new mechanics, right?
Unbelievable.
Is this one of her, like, her major mechanics?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is a kind of constant thing. I mean, this is just an example of one puzzle. So this is me trying to suss it out, basically. But you power on circuits from these kind of boxes here, and then you can power on certain things.
Okay. What's the purpose in powering on that fan, Rich?
You'll see.
Okay,
so this is me still figuring out. I've just turned it on and I've turned it back off again.
Yeah, good job, good job.
Thanks for putting this in, Dean. What were you thinking, man?
Well, you know, like, we didn't want to, because like there were some restrictions on
there were lots of restrictions.
Capture where we couldn't show solutions to puzzles.
Yeah.
We couldn't show locations of key items.
Yeah. But basically, that's what this does. Is it overpowers the fan, it explodes, and that's kind of the bread and butter of what this device does.
And I just want to point out that is not a puzzle.
No, definitely not. No, it's two little interactions, and that's it.
So how long did you play for Ada?
Well, Ada's the majority of this, so a good hour, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, and man, do you know what I found out instantly? Is it's really bloody hard. I mean, that was a clear headshot on that zombie, and he didn't go down. And I ran out of bullets so fast.
Good job, Rich. Good job.
It's brutal. It's really tough.
Good job. The Rosaro Network showing you how not to play Resident Evil 2.
Well, the annoying thing is that I came back and I replayed this later, and I absolutely nailed it. So practice makes perfect.
You're trying to zap him. Have you got no ammo here?
I've got no ammo at all. I'm going to have words with Dean for editing this together like this later on. Because I had much better runs than this.
Do the bite marks stay on?
Yeah, for the duration of like
until you heal.
That's
pretty cool.
Yeah. So there's not just damage on zombies, there's damage on your character as well.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So yeah, I spent much of this demo kind of limping around, because it's just tough, man. Like, ammo is always scarce in Resident Evil, but in this it's like gold dust. It's really, really precious, and because zombies are so tough to take down, with the exception of like landing a perfect headshot like that. Which
no one said that was perfect.
Like, I mean, it was 2 bullets and his head exploded,
yeah,
so you know, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Ooh, look.
But yeah, there's Annette Birkin. She's basically taunting you constantly throughout this section.
Of course she is.
And you'll see the familiar Mr. X, the big tyrant man who chases you relentlessly throughout the game. And you might remember him. He was in the B scenarios for Resident Evil 2 back in the day. He's all over the place now. He's a constant threat, pretty much. So you never saw him like in the RPD itself, but now he follows you everywhere, and he can just turn up anytime.
Okay. A little bit like Slenderman.
Kind of, yeah. It's like, yeah, he's just all pervading, all over the place. So nowhere's safe, man. Nowhere is safe.
He appears in Claire's footage a little bit later on in the video.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. He's a git. So yeah, this is me in the sewers, and there's a lovely mound of fleshy nastiness.
I thought there was going to be an official name for it then, right? But You just put a grenade in
It's a G virus thingy. I can't. Yeah, so that's a flash grenade in its head, and I think I took that opportunity to leg it. I was thinking of fighting it, but
no, you do.
Oh, I do for a bit. Don't I? Oh yeah, the shotgun. I got the shotgun on
you
it.
Kill it. I've watched this footage back already, Rich, so I know how it ends.
It's been a while since I actually played this.
When was it? A couple of weeks ago?
It was a couple of weeks ago now. Yeah, it was a nice long embargo on this one. But yeah, that was an upgraded shotgun. So you saw earlier in the gun shop, I got the upgrade for the shotgun. Did we not? Did not show?
No.
But the weapon upgrades are back anyway, so you can upgrade your grenade launcher with an extra stock as well. And the grenade launcher is super valuable in this because it's really a super valuable weapon against lickers, because lickers are really tough now as well. Like, none of the enemies in this game now pull their punches. They're just super brutal, really tough. So yeah, I just thought, fuck it, I'm going to burn them. And even that's no guarantee that they'll necessarily die. Like, people were telling me that the acid rounds are super effective, and I do remember the acid rounds being effective in the original game against lickers. But in this, they didn't seem to do that much damage.
Are you sure this one, yeah?
Maybe. It seemed like the best bet was the flame rounds, to be honest.
This is one of my favourite bits. So Rich is searching for a key, like a heart key, is it?
Yeah, one of the keys is in here.
And then Rich is like, oh shit, and then he's like, nope.
Nope. I was like, no, I don't fancy that. So I left him alone.
But it's classic Resident Evil going around in the morgues, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're just hiding stuff in the things. But yeah, so obviously you pick up a nice little rifle here, so there's guns and boots and stuff like that.
So that's like a bent key, and you're like, well, what does this do? And you sort of discover that it's for that. But yeah, that's kind of a new bit.
This is where the key that you just got, you use, Rich.
Indeed. I was amazed by how much is new in this, because when this came out 20 years ago, I played like it to death. I finished the A and B scenarios multiple times, but then I didn't go back to it after that. So there were bits in my head that I was like, oh, I remember this, and then other bits I was like, is this new or is this old? But there's a lot of new stuff.
There you go. That was
there you go. There's the grenade launcher stock. So like there's a firing range down here and stuff, and the clock tower's been expanded, so the puzzle there is.
But we can't show the clock tower, Rich.
We can't show any solutions for obvious reasons. You know, want to keep the game a surprise for everybody. But yeah, you might remember this again. This was a B scenario bit. You didn't see this in the A scenario, the helicopter. So obviously you just pull this lever. And
I don't remember Resi 2 at all.
Did you play it?
Yeah, but like probably 20 years ago.
Really?
As somebody who's played, you played it a lot. I don't think I played it through once.
Oh, I loved it.
But as somebody who's played it through a lot, right, is it? Like, can you recognise it's like, oh, I remember this bit? Yeah,
there's so many bits I recognise, and
because you played a good few hours of this now, right? You've done Gamescom, which is probably an hour long, was it? Roughly, which is like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
So you can see like the homage.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's the thing. I really do feel like it preserves the spirit of the original game. You know, the environment itself, the location is super familiar. There are bits in here that you'll remember. Then there's bits that are completely new, like his hat.
Not anymore.
Yeah, which didn't last long. But apparently that hat is from an original concept, so it's just a nice little nod to that original Tyrant concept, which is quite nice.
It's some good shooting. It's better than it was earlier on in the video.
Yeah, well, I got on better with Claire. I think I'd kind of grown accustomed to... you know.
So back in the police department now, right?
At this point, yes. This is in the RPD. This is the library. This again will be a familiar location to anyone who played the original. Oh man, I think zombie evasion is your best tactic in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
Unless you can get yourself a nice little cache of ammo. And this was a little portable safe I found. I was told that this is based on real, like little portable safes that they have in the. Police apparently.
Oh really?
Yeah, apparently.
What's in it? Do you need a code to get in it? Do you know?
Yeah, I did work it out. It's like, you know, do you remember those sort of puzzles where you had to turn all the lights on? It's one of those. There's a sequence to it.
Oh, okay.
So you just it was kind of trial and error on my part getting the sequence
you get
right.
The first light right, and then you get the second light wrong, and then you do the first, and then
get the sequence right, and you'll eventually get there. But this is a twist again on an old puzzle from the original, which you might be familiar with.
I wouldn't really say this is a puzzle. But
I mean, you're shifting bookcases. Yeah. You have to find a lever. But yeah, that's all there is to it, really. But yeah, I found myself getting quite lost.
Well, it's a big map, right?
This is huge. It feels way bigger than it did.
So this is a brief look at the clock tower, but we don't actually go into it.
Yeah. So the puzzle and everything's been expanded, so there's a lot more to it than there was before.
And then this is us leaving.
Yeah. Well, there's a part in here that you need for a later puzzle. It's like an electronic switch, which is like a sort of pipe mania thing you have to do later on. There's all sorts of stuff. Basically, if you played Resident Evil 2 to death 20 years ago, you still won't have any fucking grounding or clue as to the puzzles in this. You'll have an inkling maybe, like you need a crank here to open this shutter or whatever.
Rich,
that's about it.
You're going to hate how this video ends.
Am I?
You are, yeah.
Why?
Because I'm fairly sure Dean sends you out on a death.
Oh, thanks, Dean.
But yeah, Rich, when's it out? We probably won't see it again now until launch, will it?
Yes, it's probably a lot for now. But yeah, this Resident Evil 2 obviously is coming out for PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC on the 25th of January 2019.
Not long, mate.
Strong start to the year, man.
6 weeks. Yeah, that and Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, Rich, good night. Good night,
lovely,
Rich.
Yeah.
But yeah, cheers, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, folks. Bye.
Bye.